Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin and Cardano. What a boring weekend, really. You know, there didn't really happen a lot. Yes, some altcoins did move up quite substantially, but overall, it wasn't really an exciting weekend. A lot of sideways movement here for many cryptos as well, especially Bitcoin and Cardano really not doing a lot. Slightly moving up in line with expectations, but no real breakout, and everything still within a range where you know, that there isn't really anything noteworthy really, but I just really wanted to give you another update before the live stream today at 5 o'clock UTC. And if you're just watching it and you're not a channel member and you want to join the live stream, maybe check out the channel membership. But chances are you might watch that video actually after the live stream, but you can still watch the live stream afterwards, the recording. So Bitcoin, my expectation still remains that we made a wave 1 here, a wave A, B, C, which is part of that wave 2 here. So we're currently in that wave C. My view is currently that the wave C should get below the wave A. There is another scenario where the wave C wouldn't get below the wave A. But then I would expect this to become a triangle. And we talked about that, where you then get a wave D up, a wave E down, and then we're going to go from here to all-time highs. But at the moment, I would primarily expect this to be, we're moving towards the completion of a correction of a wave 2, and that should be below 28.7k. So that's pretty much all about that. And then because not much is happening, we're going to take a look at the more imminent moves that Bitcoin is doing. Because as long as the scenario doesn't change, there is not too much to talk about. We are still here in this ascending channel, of Bitcoin, where the range is currently sitting here between 33k and 39. Yeah, so this is the range where I said anything that happens within here, it's not really too noteworthy. Yes, it's probably worth talking about if we break out of this channel, but again, even if you break out here and move all the way down to 33, it doesn't mean that the wave 4 is complete. You would still be in that range, and that is totally possible that we get here a more complex correction. Okay, as I said before, a wave 4 can be very boring. So there you go, we've got it. I showed you this ascending wedge here earlier today and said that this is, probably breaking to the downside. But if it does, there isn't much room where it can fall, because then you've got this support of the channel, and this is exactly where the price is currently staying. But we are moving further towards this resistance line here at 38.3, 38.4. This is where the price needs to push above. And what I said before, if the price manages to push above, yes, you've got again here this 38.8 level, where you can see the wicks here. So it's pretty much a zone here between 38.4, 38.8. And if it breaks above that, then you can see some sort of a significant move. My view would be that we're going to get up to 43k. That's the 0.382 fib level, the ideal retracement of wave 4. That would then be somewhere up there. At the moment, I've labeled this as wave 4 because it could theoretically be complete. Yeah, that wave 4. And we're moving down now, but that is only theory until we really see here some sort of an impulse to the downside. At the moment, I can't see it. I would interpret this move up as corrective, which means it's part of the wave 4. I had a question, what happens if you move above 43k? Well, what happens? And I think we're just moving up. The thing is, you can't, until it happens, you have to stick with your primary scenario, and this is moving down in a wave 5. That's also why I started to dollar cost average in now, because nobody ever knows. Nobody knows. It can only be probabilities. I bought down here at, where was it? 38 point. It was after the last dip. I can't even remember when I bought. Anyway, we bought the low. I bought the low. And if you follow me, then you've got your own buy and sell orders, or you follow my buy and sell orders on Discord. But the thing is, in this scenario, the price could theoretically move all the way up to 46k, and it would still be likely that we continue that wave 5. Therefore, this is a risk that someone gets, or that people get too bullish if we move here all the way up to 46k. But if we get there, then this is the last chance that the bears can push back. If we break through that final set-off gets much less likely. Okay, so it's just to talk about, because then we're talking here about Fibonacci levels, and around 46k, that is when we've got the 0.5 fib level, and if you break that, then it's just like more likely that you potentially don't get the final sell-off. Yeah, so there you go. We've got it here actually at 46.5. You can see that here, the 0.5 fib level, and at the moment we've got this ideal target level at 43.3, the 0.382 fib level. Okay, so yeah, this is Bitcoin just moving further towards this resistance, but this could just become a double top. Slightly concerning that the second top was slightly lower than the first one, indicating we could be rolling over here, especially if you lose this channel. If you lose this channel here, the support line at pretty much where we are now, at around 38 now, then chances are you move maybe all the way back here to that 35.5k level. These previous lows here, this W that we formed here, and if you lose that, then you can get all the way down to around 33k. Overall, nothing has changed in my view, and again, also Cardano, won't spend much time on it because it's still in this triangle pattern. Just really wanted to show it to you again, that we are moving closer and closer into this apex, and show you how valid that triangle is. Not really a lot of volume, also for Bitcoin, not really a lot of volume, and we're just waiting here for some sort of a breakout. I guess Cardano is also waiting for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin makes a move, maybe break down here to the downside, or break out here to the upside above that 38.5k, then I think we're gonna see Cardano moving either way. I would even call it 50-50 here for Cardano at the moment. Sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes as an investor or trader, or someone who just is interested in the chart, sometimes you just have to wait, because chances here are really 50-50. Personally, I would even say that we are probably going to break up here for Cardano, but that's just a feeling, and that is based on the situation that we need to make some sort of a, if this here was maybe even of that wave 5 that we are seeing, yeah, if this here was the wave 1, then you have to retrace back to get a wave a significant low, that you come back a little bit higher, complete your wave 2, go down in a wave 3. But yeah, otherwise, it's pretty much 50-50. And to be honest, until Bitcoin really moves into any of these directions below 33k or above 39, really, Cardano is probably just moving sideways a little bit, and that will give Cardano its direction. We can see on the ADA BTC chart how Cardano is following Bitcoin, still slightly outperforming it, still creeping above this ascending trend line here, but really the volume is getting smaller and smaller, and you can see that here on the chart. And maybe we can even define here some sort of a descending wedge, which would be nice. Would be then rather a bullish pattern that we are seeing here, potentially something like that, or even here like that, yeah. And here on this side, a little bit like that, where you could identify here in some way a descending wedge. Also here, very interesting, ADA USD, you saw the triangle, ADA BTC, you can see here the descending wedge. So we're really moving into an apex of a pattern. Also an explanation why we are currently getting so squeezed, why the price is getting so squeezed. And yes, I think you could probably draw that as a triangle as well in some way, depending on how you do it. But this to me looks more like a wedge, descending wedge. In the end, it doesn't really matter. You just see what the breakout is doing. If it's a wedge, it would more likely than not break to the upside. Pretty much in line what I would expect for the ADA USD chart as well. But yeah, let's see at the moment. Maybe in the live stream, we're going to see here what is happening. Bitcoin still very slow, literally minimal volume throughout the whole weekend. Last couple of days, really difficult to watch. And for a YouTuber, very difficult as well, because it's just not moving, not doing much really. But that's why, that's what I think here for Bitcoin and Cardano at the moment. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And yes, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.